Okay, let's get into it. We're doing a deep dive into what might be the 5 most turbulent years in Quebec cinema history. We're talking 2020 right through to 2025.
It's a fascinating timeline. I mean, it's a perfect storm of closures, big investments, and then this massive collapse followed by a really rapid rebirth.
It really is. It all kicks off with that shock, right? March 15, 2020. Everything is ordered to shut down.
Exactly. And the fallout was, almost immediate. By the end of that year, Cineplex had already permanently closed some of its classic locations like Cavendish 8 and Boucherville 10.
So that first wave was really the end of the sort of traditional suburban movie theater.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. The high seat count model was the first casualty.
But what's so wild is that even as that model is collapsing,
Right in the middle of all the uncertainty?
investors were already placing bets on what would come next. Our sources point to some really strategic growth in 2021.
They do. You see Cineplex Forum, for example, opening 5 new VIP screens. That's all about luxury seating in theater service. A totally different experience.
And at the same time, you get the official opening of Cinema Public, which is more on the artistic side.
Right, which proves the theory. You had to offer something special, something you just couldn't get at home. And that included tech upgrades, too.
Oh, like the XPX screen?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Senator Rise installing that at the Cinema Triumph in Terrebonne. It's all about creating a premium, large format experience.
So that trend just continues right into 2022, this focus on exclusivity.
Yeah.
Because that's the year the dollar cinemas closed for good, July 31st.
Mm-hmm. A clear sign that the budget, high-volume model was officially over.
And then on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, you get Cinestar's Deluxe Cavendish reopening.
And get this, it featured Canada's only DTXX cinema.
Which, just to clarify for everyone listening, that's another one of these premium formats, right? Focused on, like, amazing sound and luxury recliners.
That's it. So the market is just screaming at this point. Volume is out, comfort is in. We also saw Station VU open, and Cineverdun started part-time screenings. The market wasn't dying. It was, it was correcting.
Okay, let's jump to 2024. Because the correction, it wasn't done. And this is where things get really, really dramatic.
Yeah, this is where it hit the giants of Cinemas Guzzo. Suddenly shut down 9 IMAX screens.
9 of them. Across their huge megaplex locations like Marsh Central and Gallers the Source. That is a massive move.
It's huge. It signaled that even the most premium traditional screens were, financially struggling under that old structure.
And it wasn't just the big commercial chains. We also saw screenings end at the historic Imperial Theater and at the cinema at Centerfi. So the whole ecosystem was feeling it.
And all of that financial strain was really the prelude to the complete collapse of Cinemas Guzzo.
Oh, man. Guzzo. I mean, they were a Quebec institution, right?
Totally. They were synonymous with affordable family movie nights. So when their Day-Send Sources and IMAX location closed in December 2024 because they owed something like $38 million to CIBC.
Wow, $38 million.
Yeah, that was a major shock. And then just a couple of months later, February 2025, the bankruptcy court steps in and shuts down 7 more major Guzzo megaplexes, Taschereau 18 included.
Just a complete implosion. But here's the craziest part of the story, the bounce back. It was almost instantaneous.
It was startlingly fast. It showed the market still valued the physical locations, just not the old business model. Guzzo themselves even managed to reopen Cinema Terrebonne by May 1st.
But the real story is how those other former Guzzo locations were reborn, right?
Oh, absolutely. They were immediately scooped up and rebranded under that premium deluxe banner. You had Cinestar's Deluxe Taschereau and Longueuil reopening in mid-May.
So just 3 months after the bankruptcy filing. And then by October, the old Guzzo site in Dollard des Ormeaux was also back.
Back in business. A complete cycle.
So looking at this whole timeline, what does this actually mean for you, the moviegoer? We saw this rapid shift from mass closure to high-end investment to this catastrophic failure and then immediate premium restructuring.
I think the market sent a very loud, very clear message. The cinema of the future has to modernize or it's going to be replaced.
Which leaves a really interesting final thought for you to consider.
Right. Think about this cycle. We saw the end of these huge high-capacity traditional IMAX and megaplex screens, only for those exact same buildings to reopen as deluxe and VIP-focused cinemas. So does this suggest that you and the Quebec moviegoer in general are now looking for fewer but much higher quality nights out? Are we in an era where comfort and service are actually worth more than just the size of the screen? Something to think about.